Anyhow, how do you like that? Yeah, so that's that going on, okay? And yeah, other things. Los Angeles has put $100 million into helping homeless people. Yeah, that's two people living in Bel Air. Right. So we got a lot of comedians coming up and stuff like that. By the way, just so you know, we've got back here, but you all know who Riker was, right, in Star Trek? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know what his dating
Jonathan Frakes.
philosophy was? If at first you don't succeed, try Troy again.
Oh.
It's so bad. It's terrible. Ooh, we got more comedians coming up. See a couple bad jokes now. Nobody minds coming up. And I like that Governor Walker, has decided that he was going to do everybody a favor and thin out the party by ending his campaign. The fact is, he just totally flat fell on his face, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes, he did.
So anyhow, that's where that is. And let's bring up another great comedian. And tonight, let's bring up, who never gets up here too soon right away. Let's bring up Why Not? Why not?
Yay,
why not?
Yay, yeah.
Hey, why not?
Hey there, do get up too soon. Let's see if this double click works.
You want to go?
Yeah.
You good for now? Whatever. Anyhow.
Good for now. Well, first of all, I got a bag.
You got a bag?
This is an
Yeah.
oldie, and I did it for you. Yeah, this is. I got a bag. I got a bag for October 3rd. I want to do a camp out with the family, and I need comics for Saturday, the 3rd of October. It's not this coming one, but the next one. Anybody who can help out, please let me or Catboy or Nick Mammoth
I wish I was
know.
going to be around. I would definitely go, but I won't. I
Thank
did show up at
you.
the comedy show that Saturday night. I did make one of your shows.
Yes, you did, and yes, you did,
Did a
and
great
you're on
job.
tape. Also, I put in a plug. We have a new TV show. It's called Streetwear Live. The first version is out, and I put it in local at the beginning of the show. I don't know if it's still going to be there now, but anyway, it's there for anyone who didn't get it in local. And I put in a plug for Lauren's Place here at the beginning of that. And Hooligans is Saturday night, and after that, Catboy and I are now total fanatics along with C and Zoe. I don't know who else. Maybe Timry. But we're fanatics
Yeah.
for that racetrack derby. Oh, demolition derby. Anybody
God, I
that
think
wants
it's
to go.
fun.
Oh, it is. And I got 2 first place last Saturday. I never had a first place.
Yep.
Anyway, enough of that. This woman's husband had been slipping in and out of a coma for several months, and she stayed by his bedside every day. And one day, he came to in motion for her to come close. And as she sat by him, he whispered, his eyes were teared up, "You know what? You've been with me all through the bad times. When I got fired, you were there to support me. When my business failed, you were there. When I got shot, you were by my side. When we lost the house, I hear a whole bunch of loud noise.
I hear a fan gone wild. Let me see if I can find the fan. Whoever it was got it turned off before I forgot to.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When I got shot, you were by my side. When we lost the house, you stayed right here. And when my health started failing, you were still by my side. You know what?" She goes, "What, honey?" She's filled with warmth. "I think you're fucking bad luck. Get the hell away from me." His father asks his 10-year-old son if he knows about the birds and bees. "I don't want to know," the kid says, and he cries. "Promise me you won't tell me." Father's all confused. "What's wrong, son?" "Oh, Dad, when I was 6, I got that there's no Santa, that speech. At 7, there's no Easter Bunny speech. When I was 8, you hit me with the no tooth fairy speech. If you're going to tell me grown-ups don't get laid, I have nothing left to live for." It was Visitor's Day at the lunatic asylum. All the inmates were standing in the courtyard singing Ave Maria and singing beautifully. Each was holding a red apple in their hand and tapping it rhythmically with a pencil. A visitor listened in wonderment to this performance and then went to the choir. Look, I'm a retired choir director. This is one of the best choirs I've ever heard. Oh, yeah, I'm very proud of them, the conductor said. Well, you should take them on tour. What are they called? Well, surely that's obvious, the conductor said. They're the Moron Tappin' Apple Choir. Man was driving along a rural road one day and he saw a three-legged chicken running down the road. He started driving alongside it and he noticed the chicken's going 30 miles an hour right along with the car. Oh, wow. Let's see how fast he goes. So he speeds up to 45. He sped up again to 60. The chicken's still ahead of him. Suddenly, the chicken turns off the road, runs down a long driveway to a farmhouse. He drives up to the house and sees a man with a whole bunch of three-legged chickens. He calls out, "Hey, how'd you get all these three-legged chickens?" And the farmer says, "I breed them. You see, it's me, my wife, and my son living here, and we all like to eat a chicken leg. And since the chickens only got 2 legs, I started breeding these three-legged varieties so we could all eat our favorite piece." Dag, that's amazing. How do they taste? Well, hell, I don't rightly know. I ain't caught one of them yet. Some tourists in the Museum of Natural History are marveling at some dinosaur bones, and one of them asks the guard, "Can you tell me how old the dinosaur bones are?" And the guard says, "They are 3,000,004 years and 6 months old." Man, that's an exact number, the tourist says. How do you know their age so precisely? And the guard says, "Well, the dinosaur bones were 3 million years old when I started working here, and that was 4.5 years ago." This one's a little dirty, and then I know we have other comedians, so I'm not going to hold the stage here, but a man's wife was in a coma in a hospital a long time, and as part of her continued care, her sheets were changed often. She was given sponge baths by the nurse, and one day during the sponge bath, the nurse noticed the wife was reacting slightly when her private parts were washed. So she spoke to the husband and said, "Look, this is really unconventional, but this could bring your wife out of the coma." She explained the reactions that she witnessed and suggested the husband should try oral sex with his wife. So he said, "Okay, I'll try it." And he shuts the door for privacy. After a few minutes, all these alarms go off. The support equipment starts sounding, and the nurse runs in the room, and she finds the wife dead. "What happened?" screamed the nurse. "I don't know," said the husband. "She must have choked." Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to end with that for a joke. That's terrible.
Is that it? No, you can do another one if you want. If you want to get one more something in, it's okay.
One more.
We don't have
All
any
right,
music tonight.
One more.
I'll do one more. A psychiatrist conducting a group therapy session with 4 young mothers and their little children, and he's like, "You all are obviously have obsessions." And to the first mother, he says, "You're obsessed with eating. You even name your daughter Candy." He turned to the second mom. "Your obsession is money, because you named your child Penny." He turned to the third mom. "Your obsession's alcohol. You named your child Brandy." So the fourth mother gets up and shakes her boy by the hand and goes, "Come on, Dick, we're leaving."
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Way to go. Let's give it up. Let's give some applause here. Some applause to this great